Good morning, everybody. Do we like the little screen? Oh, why is this blue? Do we like the little screen? Just wondering. Also, can you hear me and see me? Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you. Good morning. I'm going to try this screen today. And then at the end, you can all tell me if you like this better or like the same size, no little screen. I'm going to try it for a little bit and see how we feel. So I feel like then you can kind of see the cards better. Let's try it out. If we don't like it, we'll do it back to normal tomorrow. Okay, this is here. Ain't this? And this. Okay, let's get started. I'm gonna stay on probably about an hour and a half. Gavin has a Amber, thank you. Gavin has a half day today, so I don't have quite as long. I don't know why he has a half day, but he has one. Okay. Where did I go? Am I still on track to go treatment free for my leukemia in 2025? Are you on track to go treatment free? It feels like that is something that's going to be tried out. Nine of Wands is reversed, so I do feel like there's a bit of like something like immune system compromise that you need to be careful of. So it may be like a different treatment to help with the immune system part, but this does feel like you're still on track for that. Was my realization this morning of my sacred wound need to heal a mother wound correct? The confirmation here seems to be this was something that was more hidden that you didn't realize was there or didn't realize was there to the extent it was. And it's something that made you feel almost like a wallflower at times, or almost like you had to prove who you are. Like this feeling that you needed to prove just who you genuinely were. I feel like that's associated with that. So yes. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, and maybe it affected your throat chakra as well, because that cough came out of nowhere. Message from Justin about Riley and a song. Nope, that's not the playlist I wanted. These Days by Connor Price is the song. Message about Riley. It's like something being dealt with behind the scenes that feels really heavy here. I feel like there's a need to express, a need to release, or it could be that Riley needs someone to talk to. There's a lot of heaviness behind the scenes that's kind of building up is how it feels. Will Jack marry his partner? Will Jack marry his partner? I feel like there's potential for that to happen. I do feel like that's where they're trying to get it to go at the very least. But King of Cups, Queen of Wands is a mismatch, right? The Emperor would be action. It feels like there is some kind of mismatch here, but that's where it's intending to head at this time. Will the holidays be merry and bright? Will the holidays be merry and bright? Kind of giving me the energy of like needing to commit to biting your tongue in some situations to keep the peace. Ten of Pentacles is reversed. So it's like there is some kind of like potential tension or like Eight of Wands in reverse. So like I don't really feel like having this conversation. And Eight of Pentacles is like I need to make sure I don't have this conversation because it's going to cause tension. I feel like there may be some kind of discomfort, but not necessarily. It's not a tower moment. Messages from my mom. Hats off to you in changing the direction. I almost want to say this kind of feels like a conversation, or it feels like, I don't know, it's like you stopped in the moment and pivoted direction. Let me give you a token. You stopped in the moment and pivoted direction, and there's some like thumbs up. That was right. Also, good job. It's a koala bear. Message from my guides. There's a situation where you are like the one who has to guide the conversation forward, or you're going to be the one that has to kind of take the high road is kind of how this feels. It opens up something for you. Taking the high road in a conversation opens up a necessary shift of perspective. Any messages from my spirit guides with a token? The pencil. Pencil, number 98. There's a need to get back to the drawing board on something and realize how part of the plan is causing you to fight against yourself instead of working with yourself. It's like literally back to the drawing board so you can see where in the foundation the plan needs to be strengthened. Who are my guides and what is their message for me? I feel like who's coming through right now to answer this question is someone that you know that has passed. And you're healing from something around the time period of this person's passing is how this feels. Not that you don't have other guides, but it feels like that's the prominent guide right now. It's always darkest before the dawn. It seems to be the message. I had the sun in reverse come out. This is like all up in my face. Will us Social Security benefits amount be reduced? Will the Social Security benefits amount be reduced? It feels like there's something, but Nine of Cups is here. Almost like they're reduced, and then you can file something to re-increase them or something. I don't know what this could be, but it's like my throat is like closing. It's like something happens, I fight it, I get my way, and then we go from there type of thing. When I was extremely down years ago, I turned to the Bible and while praying felt a beautiful presence. Was it my higher self or God? Interesting. This would be your higher self. Three of Wands, it represents the third eye often. So it's like your higher self and your connection to God. Three of Swords, because you were in a low place. I'd word that as like your realization of how your higher self is connected to God. 1 second, excuse me. How did I cough and move my space on here? 1 second. Feeling a huge mental strain regarding work. Should I take a small break to unwind? Any thoughts on how many days? Should you take a small break to unwind? I feel like that gives you the opportunity to pour back into yourself and increase your confidence in handling the. It's not that you can't handle what's going on. It's just that there's no gas in the tank type of thing. 10 of Swords is reversed. So I do feel like that helps you recover. How many days? 3? Maybe like a short week. Maybe like go Monday, Tuesday, and take the rest of the week off type of thing. Will the chronic pain I'm experiencing be resolved by the medication I'm wanting to have prescribed, or at least more manageable? Yes, but some kind of side effects. Queen of Swords in reverse. It's like, man, I can't get a break with this. Lovers in reverse. One thing causing another. I feel like there's some kind of side effects, but it's also helpful. Like it helps take the bulk off of it, but there's some kind of annoying side effect. Excuse me. What will 2025 bring me? What will 2025 bring me? An opportunity to come out of your shell almost in a way that's unavoidable. It's like I make decisions outside of my comfort zone and realize that I don't need to hold myself back from stepping outside of my comfort zone. Any guidance for my job as a teacher? Job as a teacher. I feel like you bring a lot of the emotion from your job home with you. Like maybe this time of the year, you're seeing kids who might not have the best home life or something like that. You're bringing it home a lot. And I feel like there needs to be this work life, home life separation for your sake. And I feel like a lot of this is just kind of getting stuck in thoughts of like, how you want to help people or what you would change for people, but it's like taking away from your time with yourself type of thing. So I would say just being mindful of that. Any messages from spirit regarding manifestation for health, wealth, and prosperity in all beautiful ways? The devil in reverse. What's that quote? It's like, the devil likes to hide in broken places. So where there is any resistance is where the talent is, where the skill set is. It's almost like going into the shadow expands the light is how I want to word this. So when you're facing resistance, it means you're heading in the right direction. Is how that feels. But you'll know the difference between resistance that is like the devil trying to stop you versus resistance that's God being like, nope, wrong way. You'll know the difference. What can I do to support my relationship continuing to move in the positive direction it seems to be going? What can you do to support? It kind of feels like there's a communication style that would be more suited for your partner. It's like your partner is trying to meet you where you're at with your communication style. And because it's heading in a positive direction, it may be helpful now to kind of allow for you to try and learn more of their communication style to make them more comfortable to continue the progress. Will the actions of alleged assailant Luigi set off copycat events? Will there be any copycat events? I'm taking the map that you set and I'm changing it. Three of Wands, inspiration. Four of Cups. Yes and no. It feels like there's things that aren't going to be the same, but associated. It's like I take your plan and I change it. Similar is kind of what I'd say. Song and message after my emotional breakdown yesterday. Huh. Do It Anyway by Erica Mason. If you ain't failed a couple times, you ain't ready for this. I don't crumble under pressure. I go heavy with this. Driving straight to the hole. I don't need no assist. If all I got is one shot, you know I ain't gonna miss. Lack of protection wound. It was what was triggered, which then triggered inner child wound, which then set off this domino effect. It's because you're healing the surface of it. I want to say divine rage. Look at it as divine rage and try to use it in that way to your favor instead of punishing yourself for it. How will H's surgery go? Will she be okay? How will H's surgery go? It's like during surgery, we want to do path A. We end up having to do path B, but everything ends up okay. So like this would be like if during surgery there's a moment where the doctors are like, oh, have to change course, but like they have a backup plan is how that feels. So it's not that anything goes wrong. It's just that you may hear we had to do this instead of this type of thing. Let me go to this list. Message from my mom. Message. Ooh. Message from my mom. Where's my mediumship playlist? There it is. One second. Sorry, none of these are the song. One second. You've Got a Friend by James Taylor. You've Got a Friend by James Taylor. There's this need for balanced expression. It's almost like she's bringing awareness to the ways in which you may be kind of what's being referenced. I don't know if you've seen that there's this trend on TikTok and it's like I used to be gold and now I'm indigo, and it shows like a happy and then a more somber version. There's this need to embrace the season of indigo. Like you are transforming, not breaking down is how I want to word that. You're transforming, not breaking down. How will my mom coming back home from Germany go? We are no contact right now. I do see contact. I see some kind of communication. I feel like there will be an eventual commitment to trying to fix the situation between you. I don't think it's going to be immediate. I feel like maybe like a year to 18 months after being back, things start to slowly rebuild. Um, it's kind of giving like, well, I might as well type energy, but like it's not really, well, I might as well, but like that's what I'm convincing myself it is, as in her, if that makes sense. Is my old job behind the court case? Did this woman access my info through the SSA illegally, or my old job? Is my job behind the court case? Behind it, no. Given information towards it or something, yes. So it's like it didn't start from there, but we have something from there. Did this woman access my info through the SSA illegally? Private information. Did she access it through the SSA illegally or my old job? I feel like it'd be more likely through the old job. I do feel like there's something they have from that, but it didn't originate there. And I think that it's more than likely it went through the job, not through the SSA. Message for the week, advice for the chaos happening in my family. Message and advice for the chaos happening in my family. Well, one, you're strong enough to handle it. That's you. That's the darkness, and that's you being strong enough to handle it. Be mindful of how your empathy may be getting in the way of your logic when it comes to what you're able to expect from other people. Almost like a situation where it's like we'll break our own hearts expecting too much from someone who's not able to give that. um I feel like there's a need to take a little bit of empathy out of it and put a little bit more directness in it. And I feel like that's kind of not usually how you would show up. But I feel like this situation, it's like if anyone's gonna fix it, it's gonna be you. That's how that feels. All right, let me go back to this other list. Catherine's health. What can we know about Catherine's health? Let me change this playlist back. Seven of Cups. Feels like there's something out of balance, not yet seen or not yet fully understood. Something connected. Some kind of imbalance that's connected to a deeper issue is how I would word that. Who that passed and I knew is most connected to me or guiding me. I sense it, but I don't know who. Who would this person be to you? How I would word this is someone who, almost like when you're one-on-one with this person, they're very talkative, they're very chatty, they're very open, and then when they're around a lot of other people, they kind of close off, and it's almost like you had a similar wound to this person, or you do now. It's like you deal with something in private that's similar to what this person dealt with. And it almost feels like there's this like familiarity, like almost like you can understand what this person is not saying, but never understood that that's what you were doing. That's kind of how I would describe that. Oh, the liver. Catherine tells Catherine's liver. I said imbalance connected to something bigger. Okay, so the bigger would be the liver. It's like something like almost like inflamed or overactive. I don't know how that would translate. Um, but I almost feel like something else is causing this to be worse. Like another side issue is working in combination with this issue, creating a bigger issue. Will I get into the deferment program? Will A get into the deferment program? I feel like not at the first try. There may need to be like a second appeal or something like that. But it's like not their fault. I don't know exactly what deferment program is, but it's like not something they did or decided. It's like someone making the decision for them that they'll need to appeal is how that feels. Is there anything that I need to know about the recent events in my life? I need guidance. Your spirit team is trying to get you to recognize where you may have planted yourself in soil that's not nurturing you and how it is your excuse me, your responsibility to recognize when that soil is no longer nutritious and find a way to give yourself the nutrients you need. I like the lesson here is not choosing familiar chaos over uncomfortable new beginnings. Oh, what just happened? There we go. Will Louise have legal repercussions for her actions? I feel like something's holding this back. Justice is here, so it's like she should. Four of Wands is not having the victory. Three of Swords is like putting it to bed. It feels like something's blocking this from happening. Almost like if like I have connections or something like that. My throat does not want to work today. Will 2025 be better financially and emotionally? Now my nose is clogging. I'm a whole mess today. Okay. Will it be better financially and emotionally? Not immediately. It's not that you can't make it that way, but it's going to be some work. It's almost like I'm not seeing something here because of a limiting belief that's keeping me in the dark. I would say start with mindset, getting very clear about the dynamic of your mindset and what that may be causing you to experience externally. It's like I'm caught in this cycle that's not serving me type of thing. Is Jay okay with my weight loss? Is Jay okay with my weight loss? Yes, but I don't know how to say it, or like, yes, but I may be awkward when talking about it for some reason, but that's not because I'm not okay with it. There may be some worry. That might be this Knight of Swords in reverse. Like, yes, I almost want to say like I'm happy that you're committed to your health or something like that, but there's also this worry that's attached to it. Message from my mom. Oh, because it's not on shuffle. That's why it wasn't. doing the thing. If I Didn't Have You by Thompson Square. There's something towards the end of her life that she never got to thank you for. I'm hearing that song, Three Little Birds. What's that song? It just left. Three Little Birds Sat in the Window. Thank you for something towards the end of my life. And look up that song, Three Little Birds Sat in My Window. There's something significant about that. What is happening at work? Strange vibes. Should I ask for a new position or wait and test the new boss? Don't think things will change. Should you ask for a new position? Yes. Big yes. Should you wait and test the new boss? No, because you already know that things aren't going to change. You already know what to expect. I would say asking is the right option there. Is finally accepting it's time to put my littles in daycare the move needed for everything I've been working towards. What would happen if you chose to do that? It's going to allow you to dedicate more time to building what you want to build, but I worry about the financial part of it. Littles. Maybe not both. Maybe that's like the how you save a little bit, but then you don't have the full dedication. I feel like going in that direction is right, but there's a need to get very realistic about what financial burden that would place, type of thing. Will I get approved for a place to live if I apply with only my income? Will you get approved if you apply with only your income? I feel like it would be helpful if you can get some kind of cosigner. It's almost like, could you? Yes, but like either there may be less options or bigger what would that be, like a down payment, like not a down payment, like a bigger security deposit, like there's like something like that. Like it's not that you couldn't, it's going to be a little harder, but having a cosigner I feel like would really help in the way of saving money somehow along the line. Let me go to this list. Why do I keep seeing confirmation of contact from CS in the cards, but nothing in the 3D? It's weird because For Once in My Life by Stevie Wonder started playing. It feels like there's a chord here. Almost like if that person is wrapping up learning a lesson that your presence in their life started, like they're wrapping up the lesson that started with you. But it feels like they're pulling in the other direction to start a new beginning, but there's still an energetic cord, so you're still feeling that. I don't see contact anytime soon though. Not with the 3 of Wands. Is the lack of cleanliness from my job, hospital kitchen, making any patients sick? If I bring it up again, will I get into trouble or worse? Is it making patients sick? Oh. 3 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 5 of Cups. Yes. Big yes. This even has like a picnic table at the beach. So it's like that's probably, I mean, obviously that's fine, but like in this situation, it's referencing like things not being stored where they normally should type of thing. Will you get in trouble or worse if you bring it up again? It's like then we'll offer you the short end of the stick. Like maybe like doing things you don't want to do, getting put on like tasks that are not what you typically do because you're advanced beyond them or something like um yeah, it's like giving you the short end of the stick for bringing it up. It's like we can't punish you, but we're going to punish you type of thing. Like we can't legally punish you, so we're going to be sneaky about it. New member, thank you. The emotional reaction that emerges in another person's body from you speaking your truth is their responsibility to deal with, not yours. It feels like you're starting to kind of burst out of your throat chakra, and there's a lot of people that are going to be uncomfortable with that, and that's not your problem. That's their problem. Which card represents me? I want to get one put on a necklace. Which card? Interesting. I have Knight of Wands coming out. Defending what? The World, Seven of Cups. You want to get one put on a necklace. I wouldn't put Nine of Wands on a necklace. I'd put the World on a necklace. So I feel like right now I would wait is what I'm getting to tell you. It's like you're in this state of transition right now. And it's almost like defending being able to step into what comes next by not holding yourself in the energy right now. I would wait. I don't want to tell you to wait because I know you want it, but like I would wait. Ask me that again in like a week or two because it feels like right now you're in a state of transition. And I don't think the World is the card. I think the World is saying, hold off a minute. Wait till you get into the new energy. I feel like that's going to make more sense soon. Will Catherine get into the program? Will Catherine get into the program? I would read that as yes. It may take a little longer. It's like it eventually comes full circle with this, but like it may take a minute or longer than expected. Is the mayor trustworthy? Will he help me since he caused it? I really like him and hope I can trust him. Is the mayor trustworthy? How do I word this? You don't have the same bottom lines. Like you are fighting for something that isn't the same thing that they're fighting for type of thing. It's like, I'll do my best for you until it starts to affect something that's like my bottom line. I don't know if that's the right term, bottom line, but that's what we're using. When it starts to affect my bottom line, or when it starts to put something in a position that things wouldn't function as they're supposed to on my end, can you trust him? I would say be very mindful of the role that he's supposed to play because he's not gonna go to bat for you over the role that he has to play, if that makes sense. Will he help you? It's like I give you the info or I give you a thumbs up, but you got to do all the work. You knock and I open the door for you, and that's the extent of it. That's how that feels. And then you have the chance to prove your case or whatever, but like I'm not really helping. I'm just kind of giving you access. I don't know if that makes sense. Member for 2 months. Thank you. You treat people and speak to them from your soul. You operate from your spiritual side, and they respond to you from their human side. That's what hurts. People can only understand you to the extent that they know themselves. And that's not your responsibility to carry the burden of someone who can't hear you because they haven't done the work yet. I'm going to turn off super chat just because my throat is not cooperating at all. Okay, let me go back to the. I'm going to do one more and then back to the other list. Is there a message from my sister Lil? Is she on the other side? Is there a message from my sister? Let's start with, is she on the other side? I'm healed from the burden. So I take that if I was dealing with something burdensome here, I would say yes, because I'm no longer carrying that burden. Is there a message? One day you're going to get the piece that helps a big chunk of it make sense. There's a need to wait for the right timing. I don't feel like this is necessarily about her, though. This is like something else that you're trying to unpack, maybe within the family. It's like you're going to eventually get the piece that makes that section of the puzzle make sense. Mm. Will the new chief change be good for Scott, or will he have to start looking for a new place to work? Will it be good? I feel like he's not going new chief change. So I guess that would be a boss. It's like so many changes come with this change that it's like I don't enjoy this anymore. I don't like to be here anymore. Do I have to leave? Am I getting booted? No. But do I want to get out of here? Yeah, because it's draining me now. Also, maybe something about like out like anything like forced out would be like my hours are cut or my pay is messed with or something like that. Like not I get fired, but just like I'm sick of this. Like I'm not doing this anymore type of thing. I feel like he's gonna more than likely want to look for something else. Message from my mom with a song. No, that's not the playlist. Hold on. None of these are the song. Hold on a second. Oh, I'm in the wrong playlist. That's why. Hold on. Just Imagine It. MKTO is the song. Just Imagine It. The message is it's not over till it's over. I'm almost here like it ain't over till it's over type of thing. There's some kind of lack of finality when there's something that feels like there's no other option or it's come to an end and there's a lack of finality. There's some kind of timing that's looping back around here where you're going to get to almost like take the other option that could have happened before and it puts you on this new path. I guess I'd word this as It ain't over till it's over. An opportunity is looping back around to start to domino effect change things. It's almost like the dominoes were knocked over, but there's an opportunity to like pull this string and start to pull them all back up type of thing. Does my boyfriend love me? Does my boyfriend love me? I feel like there's a fear here. Not that this person doesn't love you, but it's like I'm kind of scared of love. Like I learned that love is hard, or love is conflict, or love is tension. So like I'm scared to love you because I don't want it to turn into what I was taught love is. Do I love you? Yes. Because Ace of Cups is there, but that love scares me, is how I'd read that. So yes, but if there's like this feeling of distance or hesitancy, it's not you, it's the fear. Some of the playlists that I use are linked in my stand store. I have to make it better though. I have to adjust it, but some of them are in there. A song token sign for success of Sherry's surgery. Oh, it's a magnifying glass with number 100. So 100% magnify. Oh, finding 100% of the issue. Finding 100% of the issue, or if it's some kind of removal, I'm removing 100. The Fool. Yeah, I'm removing 100% of the issue. 100% of the issue being removed. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be what flipped over. 5 of Swords in reverse. Yeah. I feel like there's something that they're like, okay, this part might be an issue, and I feel like that's not going to be an issue. I feel like it goes well, and the 100%. So they get 100 or remove 100%. Oh, you're accepting a program that'll help with the costs. Is there anything that could go wrong with that? I would say making sure that if there's like a refile each year, like making sure you're staying on top of things with that. I say if that's covered, then I would say yes. I feel like that was the only potential, like this part could be an issue, but that 8 of Pentacles in reverse could also be it affords you the time to focus on the projects that you can't focus on now because of the kids. So I would say yes then. How does my mother feel about our estrangement? How does my mother feel about our estrangement? I want to be back on your team, but my ego is not going to let me tell you that. 10 of Cups reverse. My ego is not going to let me tell you that. I want to offer some kind of olive branch type thing, but then it puts me in a position where I'm admitting I was wrong or something, and I don't want to do that, is how that feels. How can I strengthen my intuition? Change of strategy when it comes to expression, all out. How can you strengthen your intuition? Channeled writing, almost like channel journaling, let things flow through you, and almost like you'll have just like whatever. It doesn't have to be like a certain topic. Just sit there and start writing. Whatever you write is going to start to show you the foresight that you already have. Message and a song. Oh, this is the wrong playlist. Hold on. Fight Back by NEFX. Fight back. NEFFEX. Message and a song. This is kind of giving me preparing for hermit mode. Like you're wrapping up a cycle of either you're ridding yourself of other people's projections that you didn't know that you were carrying, or you're getting ready to go into hermit mode for like a divine purpose type of thing. So go with the flow in that regard. What do my spirit guides want me to know or work on more? They want me to know or work on more. Needing to how do I word this? Needing to reprogram your awareness of something that you are codependent on that has served its purpose. This can be a mindset, this can be a person, this can be a habit. It's like once you break the dependency to something that's not serving you, it breaks that wound. It's like then you don't have to manifest that in different ways into your reality. Will I reach my personal goal by the end of 2024, or will it take me into early next year? By the end of 2024, will it take me into next year? I feel like it's going to take you into next year. March, April is what's coming through. But March, April is when you feel like you've reached the goal, but there is some kind of like, oh, I overcame this, and that in itself feels like a win. So that feels to be by the end of the year, but then the goal seems to be next year. Is my oldest going to marry this year or earlier next year? My oldest going to marry this year. No, it's like all my ducks aren't in a row yet. I'm needing to get into the details of the planning early next year. I wouldn't say earlier next year. It's almost giving the energy of like I'm behind on planning, or like I'm behind on scheduling things. I do see potential for it next year, but I don't think as early as you may think. Will KP or CP be investigated further in regard to new information in regard to abuse in the Sebastian Rogers case? Hope so. There's new information? I have to look that up. It's like we have this information that was previously unknown and we can't ignore it. So I do feel like yes. I feel like yes, but the information is not enough to make progress in the case yet. It's like we need more proof or we need something else. I feel like it is going to open up a can of worms though. What will the energy of 2025 be for me? What will the energy of 2025 be for me? breaking out of holding patterns that were keeping you energetically drained. I'd word this as like getting very clear, almost like energetic inventory. You're figuring out where all your energy is going, and you're getting very what's that word? Getting very intentional about where it's going when it's going out. Um Strategic is what I would say. Energetically strategic. And Trophies by Young Money just started playing, so you may have some kind of like financial lessening of a burden. How will 2025 be for me? How will 2025 be for me? You're finally showing up for yourself in a way that you weren't able to before because you healed this year, whatever shadow. It's like you did reparenting this year, and next year, how do I word this? This year, you reparented yourself. This upcoming year, it's like that version of yourself that you reparented is graduating. So there's like some kind of incoming success based off of the reparenting, if that makes sense. Is my daughter seeing someone? Is my daughter seeing someone? It feels like either a situationship or like me and this person are in it on and off. It feels something to that effect. Almost like I kind of want to walk away and I can't yet type of thing. Or I won't yet type of thing. Oh, okay. Second time to remove all the cancer. Okay. So the 100% removal. 100% removal. It's like we do something a little bit different here than expected. But everything, 9 of Wands. It's like we shouldn't have been able to get this part because it's hidden or behind a wall. We should have only gotten 85%, but we end up getting 100. It's like that kind of thing. It's like we get where we shouldn't have been able to get in a good way. The Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. Let me finish these. Why am I so tired at work every day? Why am I so tired at work every day? It's like you're trapped in your mind trying, it's like analysis paralysis, but you're not realizing how much you're analyzing different options. It feels like you're trying to choose between two different things in your mind, and there's this hamster wheel that you're stuck on. But it also feels kind of like you're not over something that recently feels to have required a perspective shift about how you were viewing yourself. How do I word this better? You're trapped in your mind. There's two different paths that your mind is trying to pull you down, and there's this analysis paralysis that's pulling you in two different directions. And it feels like it's causing you to not realize how you're not all the way giving yourself everything you need, maybe like nutrition, movement, hydrate. It's like you're starting to disassociate within yourself is how that feels. Oh no, hold on. Any insight from spirit as to what energy I was channeling a few years ago as what came through via a different language I do not speak? Interesting. Damage by Caleb Hearn. Hold on, what's that line? It's all the damage in the end that makes me who I am. Interesting. The damage in my... Page of Cups in reverse. It's like past life. Insight as to what energy I was channeling a few years ago as what came through via a different language I do not speak. Damage. Our damage makes us who we are. Communication, shadows, past life. It's like part of your past life wisdom coming through is what I would word that as. But for a purpose, like it was whatever you were dealing with at that time is associated with that past life. It's almost like your brain was like, oh, I remember that. Here's this language type of thing. All right, back to this list. I'm going to stay on for about 5 more minutes, and then I have to go get ready to get Gavin. Crap, where did it go? Does my spirit team want me to get the encoded frequency session I'm drawn to? Yes. Big yes. Does my kitty hear me speak to him and a message? Does my kitty hear me speak to him? There's actually cats on the back of this card. 6 of Cups. That's your baby. That's your baby. The world. Yes, I always hear you. Even though I'm not physically with you, I still hear you. Like you sent, the world makes me think you send out the, what's that when you yell into a mountain and it comes back? Echo. You send it out and it echoes. It comes into me like an echo type of thing. Friends. This song is not in my playlist. Look, see how it's like you can add it if you want to. It's not in my playlist. I don't know why it's coming up. Friends couch. like maybe this is somewhere that the kitty spent a lot of time. That's funny. Do I have a past life? Do I have a past life? Yes, with death here. There's someone in your life that you're like, I wonder if I've known this person in a past life. I feel like that's accurate, but I also feel like it's something that you haven't said out loud. That Friends Couch song, it says, there you are. The Friends Couch song, it says, I fall down just to get up. I feel like that's the message for you. Will my kids and I get close again by early next year? By early next year. By early next year. I feel like it's heading in that direction. Yeah. I would be cautious with the word early because I feel like it comes in waves. Like we take a step forward, then pause, and then we take another step forward and then pause. It's like sections. It's like someone needs to see that things won't get too like I don't know how to word it. Like I need to make sure that things don't become too overwhelming. So I take a step and then pause, take a step and then pause. What is the reason my brother Christian will not talk to anyone at school, not even his therapist? Is it because of hearing my parents talk so negatively about their situation? That really wanted to come out actually. I'm defending the narrative that I was made to believe I'm not supposed to speak about things publicly. I feel like I'm betraying someone by speaking about things publicly. Yeah. What's the reason my brother Christian will not talk to anyone at school, not even his therapist? It's kind of giving like I need to protect other people's reputation type thing, or like I don't want to go against me talking about things would make people look bad, and I don't want to do that. That's how that feels. Any general messages for me and a song or token? Interesting. So, Force of Nature by Cam Michael. This is like not the original person. This is a reboot. Look at what Force of Nature. Look at what you've done. I can taste the danger, but I don't want to run. So, pull me to the ground. I won't put up a fight. There's a need to kind of get things to change. How do I even word this? There's a need to get things to change by defining the space that you hold for others and not overextending yourself from that space. Like, this is my limit of what I'm able to pour out for you right now. And I'm not going to let it go beyond that, because if I let it go beyond that, I'm starting to deplete my own resources. You're in control of how this goes forward, is how I want to word that. I'm going to do about 2 more, and then I'm going to get off. It's just that sometimes your brain will question if that's what you want to hear or if that's what you're really hearing. And it puts you in this, okay, now I'm doubting everything type of thing. If it's coming through, I would say if you're feeling like you're losing it sometimes, like with communication, write it down. It'll make you feel more solid if you write it down. One of my supervisors randomly called me into her office to tell me she thought I'd be great at working in a school. Does she genuinely feel that way, or does she think it would be better if I didn't work there anymore? Interesting. I'm pointing out what I think that you'd be good at, so maybe you realize it and go do that instead. I don't want you to take my job. Both. I would say both. It's interesting. It's like if I tell you something that I really think you'll be good at. Oh, my computer's about to turn off. If I tell you something that I really think you'll be good at, then I don't feel like I'm being bratty for just trying to tell you to go do something else type of thing. It's weird. All right, last one, and then I'm hopping off. How do my financial goals look in the beginning of 2025? You're building towards a new beginning, but you're not quite there yet. I guess I'd say with this High Priestess in reverse, there may be some kind of unexpected hurdle or unexpected delay. It's like what I'm dealing with in private has a grip on me for a little bit longer, and then I start to get a new beginning. So beginning of 2025, it feels like it looks the same as how it looks right now, and then mid to the end, you have the opportunity to start to change things. Is how that feels. All right, everyone, I'm going to go collect my little child from school. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I will be Friday doing the drawing for the deck. If you did not see on the community page, the members community page, I did a little post, and all you have to do is comment on it, and then you're eligible to win the deck, the new Sacred Woundings version. Also, if you are someone who already has that deck and you would like to just purchase the new one, email me and I'll give you a coupon for 20% off. The blueprint is almost ready to be re-released also. And I think that's the only thing that I have to say. Okay. I will talk to you all soon. I have to go get Gavin. Goodbye. Thank you.